The podcast here is about volunteer life here. So I would really like you to share about your experience here at first. Like the
Okay.
house been 2 weeks.
Do I present myself or
Yeah.
do I just? Okay. Hello, my name is Lara. I've been volunteering here 2 weeks now, and my experience was amazing. This was my second volunteer, so I'm pretty new in the volunteer life, but I was very impressed with everything you have built here. And since I was doing most of marketing work, it was very interesting for me to understand your story and why you created the film farm school and now Binsi. And I had the opportunity to work with my favorite part in marketing, which is the strategy. So I was very happy with the whole experience. The other volunteers were also amazing, and everything we did here was everything was fun and like a nice vibe. So it was very like a very good energy.
Like what we do. As you said, amazing, good wife.
Yeah, like the adventures we had.
Adventure on the
yeah.
lower car. Yeah.
Yeah, so every time we would go out for something or like take the dogs somewhere, it was very funny. And Christmas was amazing for me. It was one of the best Christmas I had in my life, which surprised me because
Yeah,
I'm
with you
so far away from home and you guys
Yeah.
don't have like the whole Christmas thing. But we exchanged so much, and that was very, very, very interesting.
Good. And you are like your favorite part that you get to do what, because one thing I really like here is like to have volunteer do what they're passionate about,
Yeah.
what they're really good at. So one thing that I see you really passionate about and really good at is the marketing strategies and organizing. So and it's like the perfect time that we just have website, binsi.co, and I just feel like we really need to rebrand, to do marketing, to kind of like share what we had been done for 10 years. And you come to help, I mean, the right time, what you see, from that. Can you give like a short or reflection what we could do or what you suggest?
So we first had like a orientation day, which was great to get to know the kind of last few years and what you have built, and especially why you changed. So I could understand the reason why, and then we could get that and then work in practice and
Can you share that?
how to put that in practice.
Yeah.
Like details or
Yeah,
what
the
we did?
detail, like why we change and change from what to what.
So the film farm school was like what you have done, and then the Binsi is the way you do and the why you do it. And I could see that you wanted to communicate more about that. So you could connect with people who also have the same why, which is how you build a big and strong community and brand.
And what will you say? What is Binsi? Or why Binsi?
you have to explain.
No, I think you have what you can. I mean, from your understanding.
Oh,
you know.
okay. So, it was very helpful to understand first the meaning of the word. So in Thai, be, bin,
Yeah.
bin is fly, and see is the term used to let's do it. So let's fly again. And it made so much sense after I get to know your story and everything that happened. And like I could also see myself there, and I think all the volunteers have the same view that we are volunteering for a reason, and because we want to have different experiences and we want to see different things. So we are kind of flying into something we don't know, we don't understand at the beginning. so we all understand the brand and what are you doing and why you're doing, so we all connect with that, and that's why the experience is so good.
Yeah, I'm really want to hear that. I feel like it's like not everyone that come here should feel that. If it's really truly what it mean, Even I didn't say it, I didn't put it, but I feel like people will feel it or experience it.
Yeah, it's something sometimes you don't say out loud, but it's something is connecting everyone, and especially because you build based on the community and how you want to impact everyone. But it's so much bigger, and for me, for example, it's my whole life, and I've never imagined that I would volunteer in Thailand or in a eco village farm school, and here I am volunteering and kind of helping somehow to rebrand and to like contribute for the next chapter, and we are all flying together, sort of, to the next point of the project. Yeah, that was one of the best things about volunteering here.
Wow, really good to hear. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to build. A place that people come and learn and we fly together.
Yeah,
That's exactly
yeah.
the whole point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and okay, come back to the marketing, the rebranding. What you have done and what you think that is help,
Okay.
or it will
So,
help for the next volunteer coming also.
so what we did basically, I understood the first step was to understand why they changed, because once you have already established a brand, especially for a few years, you need to understand why they decided to change that. So I could see the reason and kind of study what happened to again go to the next level of it, because sometimes the organization needs that, and to understand how we could communicate that, especially for the people who already knew the brand on social media or people who already participate in workshops. So we created a campaign to make people understand that, and a few contents on social media mainly, to kind of separate the two chapters of the whole story. So we word this, why we change, what is new, what is happening, and participate with us on that. So that was one of the things. And then you mentioned that we have a new website, so I suggested a little bit of how we could present the brand in a way that it will be probably easier for people to understand why it changed. And we also created a few videos that we are editing at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. We did a little bit of a lot of strategies, different strategies to get to a certain point where the next volunteers will be able to understand, okay, it's changed to this. And then from now on, we have this strategy, this base of the base of the strategy to use, especially on social media. And keep communicating that and keep reaching more, connecting more with people who believe in the same why.
Yeah. You see, like what I'm not worried now, but what I'm like experience a lot that we have a lot of content creators here also. That's what we need, because this year I want to communicate a lot more with new target, which is volunteer, international folk, people. So that's why we have position on backpacker for content creator. But I've been like kind of confused because a lot of content creator comes, but we didn't get communicate what exactly we wanted. But it's more on their channels, on their like live journal. But that's important. But my part here is didn't get communicate. So the strategy that you help create is kind of help to direct that. But now like you what you believe that, I mean, how it will help to continue the brand stronger, or help people to connect or converse, or help art or get the message across? What do you think the practice that we should do continue doing?
Yeah, I think when people read content creation is always the same thing, and they understand that they need to come here and create content maybe for their own social media or general content. And now we have the base of the strategy and how the brand wants to communicate. And we also created a guide for the volunteers to understand that. So I think the content creators that arrive here, they now have the base and the understanding on how to keep doing that.
Yeah, that's good. That should be good. That should be
We
good.
can always hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if that's a little bit of what I try to say, like, I feel that a lot of people have the image of content creation being a lot of content, general content about everything, but it's not what you need at the moment. Like, you need a little bit of that, but it's not the only thing you need. You need to talk about the brand and in your channels and your social media, and they needed to understand that. And I think with the guide, once they arrive here and they receive the material, they understand, like, oh, they have this tragedy, they will see how things work here, and they will work from that.
But if that is something that, oh, I didn't want to do, they didn't want to do, they want to come create their own channels or their own story, how we communicate that?
But that needs to be communicated in the advertisement of the volunteering. So they have the right expectation. Because if they arrive with a different expectation,
Yeah,
it could be
the
frustrating
expectation.
with both. For both.
Yeah, for
you know?
understand. Yeah, that help also. That help. Like, what can you imagine? The last question. After like a few years, what it will be like here?
Oh my god, I love the question because I think we were having dinner or something, and I was thinking, like, I really wish I can come back after a few years and then see how everything is. So what I see now is the school full of kids and teenagers, like, learning in different ways. And then the big project for the rest, like, starting to get structure, and you could see, you can visualize how everything will be, because I know it's a huge project. So I think it will take some time to, like, be ready, actually. But I can see that, like, you will visualize that and see people, like, constructing and really engaged with the project. So I can see, like, a lot of people participating in workshops and people getting to know the brand mainly online, worldwide, like getting engaged with the contents and like a business structure, because even if you're a non-profit organization, you still need structure and plan and have goals and objectives. What do you want to do, how you will get there, and how we will communicate that, so I can see that it will be like in a whole different level. And I really want to come back to Thailand to see that.
But you have no doubt about it, right? I mean, sometimes I wonder that
No.
I have this sort of big dream and, like, picture. And then when I tell people, I'm like, people doubt it, like, is this going to happen?
No, I have absolutely no doubt. Like, every time I'm walking, like, to my room and I look at the school getting ready, I can see people there and, like, engaged in the activities, and the volunteers, like, also having fun and having a good time and learning. Because one thing I noticed since I started volunteering is that well, I'm supposed to be teaching something or doing something, and I'm learning so much that it's almost the opposite. You know, the whole experience is crazy, and I think like it's a balance. You know, you teach, but you also learn so much. So everyone here is learning all the time, every day. You wake up and you will learn something new.
Okay, good.